Alrighty guys, we have the brand new HK CC9 sitting side by side with the SIG P365. Very similar in size, but there is quite a few differences in this new HK, which are actually really cool and I think are probably going to be really good. It's a little bit late to the game on the compact size. I mean, a lot of these companies are going bigger when they just came out with this one, which is still small, but you know, I end up carrying this 365 the majority of all the seasons. So I'm glad they did come out with something this size because it's just right for the majority of the year, at least for me. So let's go over some comparisons. So the width of the grip is definitely a little bit thicker in this HK versus the 365. The height is almost the same. With these are both rocking the 12 round mags right now, but their grip goes a little bit further down, which is nice. Sits flush with that magazine, so it feels really good in your hand when you're gripping it. And then this is fully ambidextrous. So on both sides it has your slide release and your mag release on each side. So that's kind of nice. Just from feeling it, doesn't feel like it gets in the way at all. So it's not going to affect you know, your magazine from dropping out by accident, because they've really done some thorough designing and testing with this HK CC9. So yeah, that's kind of a nice feature. We'll see how well that translates in the real world, if it's going to really hold up like they say. But so far, from just feeling it and pointing it, it feels so stinking good in the hand. I love it. Another big difference here. So you can see the trigger guards. It has a wider trigger guard, which is nice in the front. So if you're carrying it in the winter, you have a nice bigger open section right there. You know, if you're wearing gloves, you can get a glove in there, versus the SIG P365 is quite tight. Probably not going to get a very good sized glove in there, just a really thin glove if you're wearing gloves in the winter. So I do like that feature as well. Then the rails, this is going to have the SIG's little small rail on there for just small light attachments you can get from SIG, I believe. This actually has the 1913 rail on it, which gives you multiple options. So that's really cool to have that 1913 pick rail on there. Slide serrations feel very similar. It's a little bit more aggressive on the HK. And then, yeah, the sights are really nice. So the SIG sights are excellent. I've always liked the SIG sights. You got the X-ray night sights on there, 3-dot night sights. This one's similar, but doesn't have the 3-dot. It just has the front fiber optic front with the tritium insert and a blacked out rear on there. So I actually like that. I really like that a lot of new guns are just putting the blacked out rear. I think that's all you really need anyways, the front sight, especially for instinctive shooting under stress. You're just going to be pointing this thing without using the sights anyway. So that's a really nice feature on that. I like that. And then if you're shooting further out, I think it's easier with those blacked out rears to be able to hit a further out target. But yeah, everything feels really good on it. I like where the mag release is located. It feels great. The slide release. And then they really slim this down really nice. So it's rounded off on all the corners. Everything feels good where it's not going to print at all. And then the slide release feels perfect, even though it's a little sharp, not too bad, but it's super thin. So look at that, how thin that is against the back of the gun right there, comparative to the 365. So 365 actually sticks out quite a bit. Not that you would make any difference in a holster, because you're not going to see that part, but it is designed to be really just smoothed off for concealed carry. So technically you could be using this as a pocket gun. So one thing a YouTuber mentioned is that you could tell the difference when YouTubers, because the guns that got sent out to YouTubers to do videos on from HK have a sticker on the bottom. Well, not necessarily true. I purchased this from the store. I don't get sponsored by anybody. No one sends me anything. I do it all myself. It's got the sticker on it. So it has a 12+1 sticker on the 12 round magazine. And then on the 10 round magazine, it has the 10+1 sticker on there. So whoever that guy is, that's actually wrong. Maybe the store he got it from, they just peel it off and didn't tell him. But they do come with those stickers on the bottom. What else is nice about this? Oh yeah, the big thing that sets this apart from this size of micro compacts is the fact that this comes with interchangeable backstraps. So you can change out that backstrap to adjust that length of pull depending on the size of your hands. And I think that's actually a really great design feature, because not everyone has the same size hand, and this is a pretty small concealed carry gun. So having the ability to change out the backstrap is, I think it's kind of a game changer. So that's what sets this apart from all the rest of those micro compacts out there, is to have the interchangeable backstrap on there. Yes, they do have that in the X Macro series, but the X Macro from the SIG P365 X Macro is a 17 round grip, and you can't make it smaller. So just having the ability on a 10+1 or 12+1 grip size to have that interchangeable backstrap, that really sets it apart from the rest of them out there, I think. So another nice thing, the trigger feels really good on this so far. These have been both cleared. This trigger just breaks perfect. It breaks right there, right at a 90. Doesn't go all the way back, which I like that. It feels better for shooting to me. A lot of people don't mind, but I do like the way that feels a lot. Just like the SIG P365, very similar. Stops right there. And I like the way both of those feel. What else can I tell you about this? Oh yeah, it does have this little bump, little finger grooves, essentially. Now, that is designed to help kind of mitigate that muzzle flip, just because your fingers pushing in it. It helps you control your gun better, so it's not essentially rolling in your hand while you're shooting and you're trying to re-grasp that grip. So we'll see if that actually works out when I take it out to the range and do some shooting through it. But you know, even the SIG P365 has a little bit of a finger groove right there as well, but this one is just more pronounced, and I can actually feel it when I'm gripping it in my hand. So I think it feels really good. I like the look of it. Now, some people might say this looks like a SIG, or not a SIG, but a Taurus G3C or something. It kind of does on camera. In real life, it actually looks really nice, and it does not look like a Taurus, so I'm sure I'll still get the Taurus comments, but that's okay. It's a lot of fun to, you know, make fun of new guns. But is it late to the game? I don't know. We're going to see, I guess. The big difference is that this is supposedly really, really well tested. I mean, it's gone through NATO testing, all sorts of testing that these size of guns would not get. So it's supposed to be extremely durable. So that's what you want if you're going to conceal carry, to be able to trust your gun to save your life or save the life of others. So I think that's really cool. They've done a lot of testing, but I mean, seriously, their patent was like 6 years ago. It took a long time to actually come to market. So we'll see if they'll actually make a dent at all in the market. But yeah, so far so good. Very excited to do a full-length review on it soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I don't think there's anything else I can tell you, except for it comes with a pretty nice case that has a little strap so you can strap your gun in. Has interchangeable back straps in there, room for extra magazines, but I don't really care about that too much. But yeah, HK CC9, guys, looks pretty cool. We'll see if it actually does well at the range, but thanks for watching.